Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode of the Patches In podcast. This is the fourth attempt I've made at introductions, but they keep making noises.
I think you've never done that in the past.
By they, I mean Hamish.
Hi everyone.
And Dom.
Hello.
Better known as Domothy.
Am I better known as that?
Yeah,
you just call me Domothy.
No, everyone calls you.
Domothy's coming in with some silly energy tonight.
I am. Yeah. Don't know why. Wearing that silly hat, wearing that silly
45-year-old Metallica hat.
Yeah.
I think I seen that hat when we were in high school.
No. The one that you seen was a Megadeth hat that I've still got. That's still somewhere.
Like, you've had that hat so long that it's flattened out. Like the materials just like gave up and just went flat.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like a sombrero than it is a hat now.
I need hats now.
You do?
Yeah, you're bald now, aren't you?
Yeah,
what's happening, mate?
Shaved my head because my brother took a picture of me. We went, me and my brother and our significant others went to a rave in Leeds. Exactly like that, the whole night. Yeah. And my brother took a picture of me when I had my head down a little bit, and it was like illuminating.
Was it patchy?
Oh, it was the patchiest. So it all had to come off.
Oh.
So now I just look angry constantly because I've got big eyebrows.
Yeah.
Just constant, just anger.
But you do.
Bald head, big eyebrows and a goatee.
Yeah, you do always kind of look angry anyway. With the way you're always frowning.
I mean, he's always smiling when he looks at me, Dom, so clearly it's just you. He just frowns at.
Which is always drunk, can't see.
Hanging upside down. Like, it looks like a smile.
You get down from there.
So it's been a wee while since we've done a podcast.
Fuck's that supposed to mean? I
didn't think I would say I'd say I've been a while we've done a podcast in here.
Yeah, it's been.
This is where we recorded the first podcast as well.
First
couple,
it's been a while since, and it's changed quite a lot. I've actually got a carpet that's nice. I've put shelves up for all these games. Goku and Vegeta are looking at us from the wall. I mean, that's Goku and Vegeta, by the way, right?
Right, and who's the other one?
You know what? Never mind him.
Turk and JD.
And JD.
But as always, it's still never simple. We still had technical issues trying to fucking start this recording.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, you did.
You're hosting this week, so should have had that sorted. You've been working from home all day.
Okay, I'm just going to work off the notes. I'm just going to work off the docket we agreed to work to, right? It's just master.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Again, as we said, it's all up in here.
Yep.
Right, I'm just going to kick it off, right?
Okay.
I finished 3 more games.
Are all 3 of those games on that?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to call you on it because I think you just finished one like yesterday.
I actually have 6 games on that I've played.
You're going to cut down these long pauses?
I'm just going to run through them, right? Because I completed Infamous Second Son, right?
You told us that last time?
No, I said I was still playing it.
Maybe he said as he played First Son. Maybe
that's a joke with that.
So fun. Definitely shouldn't have tried to 100% it though, because it sucked all the fun out of that game.
Oh, it does.
Too many collectibles and shit.
Oh, just like maybe in 2014 that game would have been new.
Well,
like,
it was, isn't it?
But like the ideas in the game being new, you know what I mean? Like the open world with all the points that you just go to.
Yeah.
But like
it's a bit tired now.
It was just areas with the same shit in it, and like the graphics look really good in the PS5 now, and like the characters were fun. I'm going to try that expansion, First Light.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't First Light come before Second Son?
No, Hamish.
Well,
chronologically,
it's just silly, innit? Some Star Wars shit right here. Starting with Episode 4.
Well, true, but I don't think it's worth completing nowadays. It's worth finishing, right? It's worth
the story's good.
Flying through the story, checking the cool powers out, and all the seeing what it is. But
not worrying
don't
about the other shit.
Like, I put that much time into it now. I really think I should platinum it because I put so much time in that if I don't get the platinum, it's kind of useless.
It feels like a waste of time. Like,
but I'm going to go back eventually and get it. Not anytime soon.
How far away are you from platinum in it?
You have to go through another playthrough. It's like the good
story,
way, bad way.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's not going to be that difficult.
It won't take you as long because you're not going to be doing everything.
Yeah, but it's alright. That's me. Another backlog game. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it now. Just put it back on the shelf.
Just tell you, man, you're flying through these games now that you've given up FIFA.
Mate, since I've given up FIFA and I've cut down my hangover times massively. I mean, I did get very drunk Saturday night with Hamish.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
I had so many missed calls, and I had something.
It was very cold, and I needed a lift.
Taxis these days are like, it'll be about 40 minutes, and I was like, well, you fuck, mate.
Yeah.
I know. Like,
you phoned me twice, and like I was going through like a family thing, so as soon as the phones went off, I was like, oh fuck, something's happened, and I was like,
It's always a bit dominant.
I came in, I was like, 2 missed calls, Hugh, at this time?
Yeah, that can only mean one thing.
Yeah, I was like, unfortunately I was through in Glasgow, so if I need to help you out, I was definitely not in.
But anyway, so like, less hangover time, less FIFA time I've spent just playing games, and guess what? One of the best games I've played this year came out on Game Pass in the last couple of weeks.
What's that?
The Forgotten City.
Yeah,
Have you played this game?
Not yet, no.
No, so Kev was a supporter of these guys back in the day when they used to do mods for Skyrim, or mods for Oblivion and stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah, Kev, as soon as he seen it on Game Pass, because it came out, was it last week or a week or so ago?
Something like that. It was not so long ago.
He had his first experience with the Xbox Series X, when he was like, oh, what have you got? And he started playing that, and he was like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually made a game out of this.
Like, they made a game, and like I've kind of looked into, like, they changed a lot of the story, and like, I wasn't sure going into what it was. I heard it was Roman and Greek, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. But as soon as I got in, I've never played Skyrim, right? But I could tell this was Skyrim.
Easy that you've never played
Zooms
Skyrim.
into the faces
Like,
and stuff.
I think I played Oblivion with you years ago,
Yeah.
and I wasn't a huge. Like, I'm a JRPG guy, man. I like spiky hair and lightning bolts coming from fingertips and stuff like
You
that.
don't like getting called rebel scum or anything. Like, stop right there, criminal scum.
Yeah.
I don't want to like the combat was shit in Skyrim and stuff. Not Skyrim, Oblivion.
Yeah,
where you
that
just
was
kind of swing the sword and nothing really happened.
That was the one kind of thing the one bad thing that people said about that game. But yeah,
Yeah, but like I knew it was. I could tell like it just had that aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like the different UI HUD and stuff like that kind of looked like it. It's not that long. It's about 4 or 5 hours long. It's got about 3 endings. I got them all.
that's quite cool.
Oh, nice.
And they're all very, very fucking different. So like, it's a time loop game. So you go into the city, which is maybe like the city of the underworld, like
Is this the Forgotten City from the title?
yeah, that's
Oh, they bring it all back.
And there's like 22 characters, and each have their own cool stories, and you charm them or you insult them or kill. Like, there's a whole load of stuff to do, right?
Yeah.
And I found it so interesting because I always felt like there was more progression you were doing. Like, there was never a wasted time. It was always like, and you have done this bit now. Well done. You're like, fucking yes. Like, I don't have to run across the fucking map. Like, I think it's because I played Infamous, and I'm like, I don't know why I did that 10 times.
Yeah.
But like, it was so what do I call it? Compressed. Like, there was no
Efficient.
Yeah,
it was just all killer, no filler. Like,
But like, it told a really nice story, a really good story. Like, and the main canon ending is fucking different. Let's just say that it's not what you expect, right? So the main thing is the people of this forgotten city, which is maybe the underworld controlled by Hades or whoever else the civilization calls them. If they sin, they all die.
all right.
But the leader of them can do a spell that does a time loop, so you can like do stuff
right, okay.
and then time loop, and like keep figuring stuff out. But it's fantastic. You should definitely play it because it's on Game Pass. Like, because it's not free. You're paying for Game Pass, but this game is worth the $10.99 a month, whatever you're paying, because it's so enjoyable.
Nah, I saw it on the a while ago, coming to Game Pass soon.
Yeah.
And I remember looking at it, and I didn't even realise it was a Skyrim thing, but I was like, it looks quite interesting, I'll need to remember that. And then I did see when it was there, and I downloaded it and stuff like that, but I've not got around to it, but on your recommendation, I'll completely avoid it.
I think you'd very much like it.
It sounds like I would like it, yeah.
Achievements aren't difficult to get. There's some faffing around. You can get guides online or whatever, because the different endings you have to do certain different things. And once I got to them, I was like, well, I don't want to fuck about.
I
want
end
to
up
just
getting this again.
So definitely play it. You'll get through it probably in one night if you sit down and you've got a night to play games. The next game I want to talk about, right? I know I'm flying through these because I just complete so many games.
You know what I'm going to fly through? This can, mate.
Oh.
That's a shite spark.
I know, it's pure segmented, wasn't it?
Aye.
Speed that up in post, guys.
So another game I beat but I've not fully complete yet is Doki Literature Club Plus. That's so difficult.
Doki.
It was a freeware game on the PC, Dom. I think you played it back to 2017.
Yeah, so when it first came out, because Kev my brother was a big fan of story games, so it came up on his recommended, So he played like I think it's Sora's School, Sora's Raft, or something like that. It's like a weird manga-esque game where you just sort of talk to a bunch of NPCs and they tell you like murder mystery stuff.
Yeah, a visual novel.
Yeah, a visual novel. Yeah,
novel.
Visual novel.
Visual novel.
But it's also like kind of Phoenix Wright kind of style, and you know, you don't go. You never went to like a court sort of one, but you had to figure out this mystery, like Professor Layton kind of one. So this came up and Kev's like, "Oh, look at all these cute little anime girls, Tom. When they're on high school and you get to date them." Oh, and I was like, "Okay." So he was getting really excited.
It was disgusting.
And he was like, "Let's sit and play." So we're sitting just playing it, and Kev's like, "Oh, man, this is interesting." And one of the characters starts talking about depression, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Kev's like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming," and it sort of goes down like a pretty dark road, I'd say.
Yeah, you start writing. It's maybe like a dating simulator.
Yeah.
You're not big into Japanese culture, right? So do you have any idea what?
I remember them for like Newgrounds and stuff like that. I used to get them.
It's kind of like just a what do you call it? A tree, a conversation tree game where like if you make the right choices, you go with a set.
Choose the girl you want to go with. Like they'll have words that they like, and then you find out later that certain characters like.
They've got a list of words that it goes with it.
Oh,
you write the poems.
Yeah, okay.
You don't actually write the poems; you just pick words.
Aye, yeah. Right.
So like, I knew the game was it's a psychological horror game, right?
Yeah.
Because it said it had to say at the beginning because of what's in the game.
Yeah, of course, like trigger warning type thing. Like.
Aye. So like when I started writing the poems, I didn't realise how quick it was going to like get into that. And it started off joy and sunshine and
peaceful,
pretty, and then it was like depression was one of the words in the list, and the next one was like suicide, and then and it was like worthless, and like I was like this is actually making me feel so sad. Like and the end of Act 1 like fucking actually like shocked me, even though I kind of thought it was coming with the words, right? Because your main character lives next door to this girl who's like one of your friends, but you kind of treat her very like nonchalantly and treat her kind of badly, I'd say, right?
Well, you just treat her like a lot
of her and that.
Like. Yeah, as a protagonist in any sort of those sort of movies or Japanese culture, but you get it in the West as well. It's like the girl next door that, oh, you're ugly, I don't see you attractive. They come from the high school and you're like, oh my
perfect
God.
for you, but you don't even look at them.
That kind of style.
Like, so something tragic happens to her, and then the game starts to break down on you and glitch. Things start appearing, and like if you didn't know this game was like, this would be great on a blind playthrough.
Aye, not telling someone it was a horror.
So like,
questioning their sanity.
You pick a certain girl, right? I picked Yuri, I think it was.
Oh, everyone loves Yuri.
You start going after her, but like, she self-harms,
and
you catch her self-harming, and like, there's just so many bits in the game where it freaks you
Maybe
out.
we should have said trigger warning for people.
Yeah, we should probably. But like, the game, I don't want to spoil it too much. I kind of wish you would play it. I might just leave it here and hope you play it, because it's not very long either. It's a one-night game.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
So like, there's things
it does sound
freaky
interesting,
shit happening in it, and like the see on the PC version, I'm 100% sure on the PC version there was like things you had to do with the files of the game.
Mm-hmm. I can
Like you had to delete things and stuff like that. But
cool,
obviously can't do it on an Xbox, so what they did is make a fake operating system.
Yeah, you go in and do it there.
You do it there, and you read emails, and then you read the programmer of this game's log, and he's like, I don't know why this is happening and stuff like that, and you're like, this is freaky, man.
It's like that kind of thing.
Yeah, from what I've heard as well, it's like their take of like when you're looking at all the DLC parts for it, it's more of alluding to what actually happened in the making of the game to make it seem like it's more freaking than it needed to be, and it's like
I've not played the side stuff yet, that's what I mean. I've still got like
the bits like
a couple hours left to go.
I completed it and I just was like, you know what, like I'll watch someone play through it, and I was like, that might
be like, if Hamish, I don't know if you would have the patience, because there's a lot of just pressing A because it's a visual novel.
No, I don't mind, a bit of dialogue now and again.
Yeah,
if I'm sober enough to see and be able to read, then I don't mind.
We should just be humming the theme song all the way through it. Go like
the music is really good. The music is really good, but like there's certain parts that completely freaked me out. Like,
you scary easily, don't you?
I've been playing a lot of kind of scarier games, watching a lot of scarier stuff lately. One of the characters has an obsessive trait in their coding,
right?
So something happens to push that to maximum, and like at one point the screen goes weird, and then like she comes back, but she's got like normal human eyes that just are like staring at you and moving, like, and it freaked me the fuck out, man.
Weird,
yeah. It's not cool.
Yeah, it's so creative. The guys that made it said that they love and hate anime, because anime is a place full of tropes and cliches. So they just took those cliches and subverted them.
Have they made anything else?
No, they haven't.
They are planning on making like another sort of, it's kind of first person sort of Somba sort of Outlast kind of game, but they've kind of fallen back on that. I think it's because this became so popular. They're just like, put all the attention on that. See, like when Among Us became like a big thing, they were like, we're going to do Among Us too, but fuck it, we'll just put all money on that.
So when that became big, they made the Plus version for
DLC, DDLC, I think.
So I think it was only about $11.99 on Xbox.
It was free on PC. See, if you've not played it, it is still free.
It's different though. It's a different type. It's like a less refined version of the game.
All right.
So like you can play it on the PC and you can click through it, and you can get the original. You have to go into the files of the game and like delete things. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm just gonna call it Doki Doki from now on. Right? That's really good. You should play it. Like I'm enjoying these games I'm playing. I don't get as much rage as I did when I played FIFA.
Yeah, because you're finishing them quickly and not against other people.
I feel like I'm doing well.
Yeah, and it's engaging stories and it's interesting concept, and it's not just kicking a bit of cow up a field.
I'm not like raging at a guy that probably lives in like France.
Up next door to you.
Or next door, the guy's like 14. He's just really good at FIFA. And I'm in my 30s, and I'm just like, I just want to punch this little boy.
It's going down.
What else have you finished? Blasted through? Was it flied through? Sailed through? What did you say?
Blasted through those 3 games, right?
Blammed through them.
I've still got to get a couple of achievements in Forgotten City. Then I think it's like 2 I've got to get. Doki, I've got to do the extra stuff, like the side story DLC stuff. I'm going to do that. Me and Jason started playing through Halo 2.
Nice.
Because we rented that when we were younger. I'm sure I told that story, and then the Xbox like crashed on us, and we lost all the fucking progression.
Heartbreaking.
It's not a long game. We think we could have beat it in two or three nights. We started on Legendary.
Yeah,
we put it right down to normal. Put it down to normal because we just wanted to see the game.
If you want to see the story, then there's no point in fucking.
Master Chief Collection is still amazing though.
It's amazing now.
It's amazing now. It took 5 years. 6 years?
Too long.
Yeah.
And the next game I've been playing is GTA San Andreas.
Nice. The remaster.
On Game Pass. I am so glad it's on Game Pass and I didn't buy it.
Yes, holy shit. Right,
I've got it in the news as well, but we'll just talk about it here, seeing as...
have you played it as well, Hamish?
Yeah, I played quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit. Maybe...
I'll tell you what I think of the game first, and then we can go on to yours, right?
Yeah, because your opinion is the best.
It's fine. I'm fucking hosting.
He's hosting, That's totally fair.
They've done a lot.
Anyway, so what I think.
No. What I'm going to say is they've done a lot of good stuff, like adding the map. Excellent. Like the map wasn't.
Was the map not there before?
No.
Oh, that's weird, isn't it?
So like they've that's obviously a modernisation. There's maps in every game. Weapons, the controls are better.
Oh, the controls are a lot better. Yeah.
Weapons feel better to shoot because you're not fucking pressing random square and whatever.
Yeah, weird ones.
I've only played San Andreas, but I've heard it's not the same throughout the 3 of them. So I don't know how universal that is.
But you would think, though, that if any of them is going to be better, it would be San Andreas, because the most recent one.
Yeah.
Or the last one of the 3, yeah.
I do think that the remastering process has dulled this game down a bit, visually.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It just made it look plasticine. And it's like, I know it didn't look great, but like... There was style. There was the fog that made LA look a bit like LA.
Yeah. And
now it's just like it looks like a playset.
It's like they've just put the blur filter over on like Photoshop, but just everything looks like too kind of not real.
Yeah.
Aye, and they haven't modernised it enough. I don't think. Like there's a lot of stuff in it that just feels old. There's no they haven't modernised any of the UI or anything like that. Like.
Yeah.
All the upgrades you can get. There's so many in San Andreas, like with your fucking muscles and your stamina and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's all still kind of like vague.
They have changed the gym system. I noticed that today. See when I was playing it. Yeah. See before, like it was like you'd had to hammer in like A to do like your.
Oh, you just time it now?
Yeah, you time it now, so like, which is weird.
Oh, right.
So I did like the highest amount.
Yeah, that's what you do. You just go in the highest amount, and CJ just feel like he struggles, but then see after a while, it's like your muscle goes up so quickly, so you're just there you go.
Right.
That's your max muscle. And
Maybe like, I remember. I don't think this was so much with like Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that, but see with old games, Mario Party and stuff like that, we had to rotate the stick on the N64.
Break the stick.
Aye, and there was also like kind of people complaining about RSIs and stuff like that. Maybe it's something to do with that. It's an easier way of doing it now. I don't know, maybe.
But they still, the sort of running machine still had like the tapping A as fast as you can, though. So I was like, I don't know if it was just like, maybe it was an oversight on that, like, or they just went, we'll want to make sure people don't run through the muscle building thing as quick as they used to. You know?
Yeah, my guy's massive already.
Yeah,
he just came in.
I was saying this to Hamish, I've got a gym schedule that I keep in San Andreas. I can't even keep to the one in real life. I'm like, get up in the morning, go to the gym.
To be fair,
get breakfast.
If I could go to the gym like 4 times, like CJ does, and be ripped as fuck, I would stick to that shit.
2 exercises, mate. Dumbbell curls and bench press.
Definitely. They all have that joke, Hugh. They love that joke.
They love me.
But like, I mean, have you had any game-breaking bugs?
Yes.
I have had it happen to me 3 times.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like it's knocked me back right to the main menu. Like I was like, oh shit, and I've heard that that's like a
common thing.
Yeah.
I have
on performance mode supposedly. Yeah.
I've had a issue with. I was doing a mission with the guy that's maybe Easy Rider.
Yeah.
So we were like in a truck, and the truck tipped over, and then nothing else happened. So the mission didn't finish, or it didn't say you failed the mission.
Yeah.
And he just sat in the truck,
smoking,
sideways. Aye, and I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" I had to just like turn it off and come back into it. Like, maybe there is a way to get around that, but like, I just don't fucking know.
The only one that I've seen is I was just driving up, and then there was like, I think it was that lamppost that I hit earlier on. But like basically the main big metal bit of a lamppost was just kind of dancing along the road, like floating off the ground, just kind of like as if it was like walking. And I drove by, and then I like stopped, and I was like, "Wait a minute!"
Like when I drive into what's it called, the Grove Street, like the Grove. I'll always do like a fucking handbrake spin.
Yeah,
and like. My boys are standing there, and then my boys end up on my windscreen. But there was one that was just upside down in the bonnet, like his legs split, and I was trying to get like a video of me doing it, but like the screenshot won't work. Like, know how usually you just hold the button, and it'll like do like a 15-30 second clip. Yeah. It just won't do clips. I don't know if it's part of the game just doesn't allow you, but
you can still press the guide button and then just hit X.
I figured that
takes
after
a clip,
but like it's a pain in the arse though.
Having to press 2 whole buttons.
I know.
Ridiculous.
The crashes that I had were just like, one was a straight crash where I was just walking and it just crashed. The other one was
the fuck you didn't walk?
I'm just walking and
just walking around San Andreas.
If you're walking and you crash, don't get in a car, mate.
I passed the mission and then just started walking like towards like the next mission, and then it just kicked me to the main menu. The other one was just after the second mission, I think it was, when you were just after you see your mum's grave and you were all on the bikes. I just glitched through the world. I went like, under like where the escape ramps are. I just went right through it.
That's a shortcut, mate.
Shortcut to oblivion. And I kept the other one. I think it was just a case of like, I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. But I heard it was like a known issue that they tried to fix. But
yeah, there'll be a lot of patches for these, I'm sure.
I mean, at least we weren't playing on PC where they just didn't fucking load at all because they had to go through the Rockstar launcher, which is. Anyway, this is I don't think this is, new to anybody when you turn around and say, game companies, don't have your own launcher.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Just leave it to Steam.
Yeah.
Or not even Epic, because Epic were really bad at theirs as well, but...
Launchers are going to be the death of PC gaming eventually. You just got to pirate everything.
Yeah, I think so. I always have people just like, fuck this DRM and stuff like that, and this, fuck yous.
That's me. I'm just got a wee like picture.
Take off your eye patch.
Shigeru Miyamoto on the wall, and I just get the finger every time I load up my Switch.
Right, he's right there. We can see it. Oh my eye, I can see it right there.
Fuck you, Shigsy. I'm playing Mario for nothing. Don't come at me, Nintendo. They're very, very litigious. I can't say words.
You sure that's what you said? No.
Litigious. It's words I've read that I know what they sound like. That I actually have never really had a meaning, like a reason to say them.
Yeah,
it's like Twitter all over again, man, with spell check.
I know. My spelling, like I just don't look back. Like, have you seen the new Twitter thing where you can like check your posts before you send it?
Oh, right, like a draft thing.
Yeah, but then someone was like, you can do that before. You just check it before you send it.
Yeah, you just look up.
Maybe look at it going, are you sure you want to tweet this?
They're like, you would, send in any email or any text, just fucking look at what you actually said.
But yeah, so like, what was your other experiences with it then?
It's fun. Mission structure's a bit fucking 2004 in it. Like,
I don't like the colour of it.
It's very saturated in it.
Yeah.
I've seen like a couple of people talk about the videos as well. Like, I thought something was wrong with that guy's jersey and I could not pinpoint it. I was like, why does that not look right? That number 3. I'm like, I don't know, something's off about that. And I found out later it's just because they've scaled over the top of it and it's supposed to be a number 7. I was like, that's right. Aye, it used to be a 7. So if you look really closely at it, you can see the outline of the 7. They've just pasted over like this new top with a 3 over it.
Oh, right, okay.
It's really, I know that's like something weird, but I was like, that's why that pure irked me when I first seen it. But everything just looks.
See, I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be flawless and stuff like that, and I'm enjoying playing it because I got it for free. But that brings me to my point, like,
if I bought this
$70, well, 50 odd quid.
Well, what I was going to say was, it's still like 35 quid. How much is it, or something like that? Like it's still 50 quid or something 50. Like that. Right, and then obviously this only applies to people with Game Pass, but is anyone going to pay that money for just Vice City and GTA 3 now?
No.
Especially looking at the state of, San Andreas.
I'm going to wait until they're either so cheap that I can just pick them up, or they'll go on Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go on Game Pass. I think they will go cheap, like Rockstar games generally do.
Yeah, Rockstar have been hammered with this though.
Red Dead Redemption and GTA 5 went on Game Pass, so you never know.
Well, Red Dead, that's true. Yeah.
They did get hammered for this though. Like, the amount of refunds that came back for this game.
Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about it.
And then to be fair, like, they have all the right to complain because, like, this was sold as like the definitive trilogy. This is like definitive.
You guys are terrible.
Goddamn, I was slurring. Like, that is supposed to be, when you have something like that, you expect it to be
polished and
yeah. It's not just something. A lot of people are thinking it's like AI have just done this. They've cheaped out on this update and they've just fucked it for everyone. It's like a really bad mod. Rather than pay people, they've got the money to do it. Rockstar are like got so much money they could easily do it, but they chose not to.
Grove Street Studios supposedly only has around 30 employees for 3 games getting remastered. 3 pretty big games.
Yeah, but 3 games that there was no real rush for.
No,
it's not like everyone was waiting for the next, like for GTA 6.
Because you just see that every time.
We said we would bring it out here. We will. Like, they've obviously been planning this definitive edition for a long time. So just take your time with it. You know what I mean? Like,
but don't worry, we'll just sit and play GTA 5 on the PlayStation 5 for the next fucking 100 years.
I know, like, this is the thing. Like, Rockstar, like, hey, do you know that good fucking feeling that yous have got towards us? We're going to fuck it all up, man. We're going to keep releasing games either that you don't want again, or just aren't as good.
Yeah. Or we're just going to stick to our online because that's our bread and butter.
The other thing is, this is a slam dunk for them because this probably sold a lot. Like, guys our age, about 30ish, everyone's got
the guys that grew up with GTA will be like, fuck yeah.
San Andreas was one of 2 games I think that my mum and dad allowed me to stay home the day I bought. I think I got when I was 15, 16.
Breaking the law.
And like, the other one was Halo 2, I think. But like, they like, for us, those games are like genre defining, like era defining. Yeah. Everyone fucking played San Andreas.
I can remember when Jason picked up GTA 5 for the 360. And I was
bad
like,
did it look?
It looked pretty bad. He's like, told me what we go over. I went, aye, okay, let's go and play it. And the first thing I did was went right to the titty bar. So let's go, Jason. I'll get you a lap dance.
I was waiting. I was like in a car. I was texting someone back, but so in the game the car was just stopped.
Yeah.
This hooker just get in. And I was like, oh, well, fair enough.
If I must.
Yeah. Like, I'm enjoying playing the game, right? But I expected more. The fucking rain.
Yeah, what does it have it?
The rain is like a filter, or like it's a layer on top.
Aye.
It's not blended in. So like when it rains, you're like, I can't see a fucking thing.
Did you guys notice about the music dropping out as well?
The music's shit in the game now as well.
Yeah.
Like there's some good tracks. I've heard a lot of Dre because I think he's working with Rockstar on GTA 6.
He's either working with 6 or another an expansion for 5 Online. Snoop Dogg said I think he's working with them for GTA 6, but he's already been part of GTA 5 Online, so it might just be further that, and Snoop's maybe just getting mixed up.
I can't.
He's high all the time.
Call him, but you know,
I'm not enjoying listening to the radio as much as I used to. Like, there's not as much cool shit. I can hear Rick James still.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things I'm listening to, but like, and then there's a like Pearl Jam and stuff in it, but there's not as much variety as there was. And actually, that's another thing that I found out. The code for the original music, like the original files for music, is still in the game.
Oh, it's just like they've locked it.
Aye, but it's still in your download. Plus, Hot Coffee's still there as well, the code for that.
Yeah, I heard that because like a lot of people were saying that basically they must have put that back in because they had to patch it out, didn't they? Like,
What the fuck?
It's wild, isn't it?
It feels like it's just a mess. They should, again, I think you're right, we should have had more, a couple of months. They could have just been like, delay.
Right after Rockstar fucking went after CD Projekt Red for Cyberpunk as well.
Yeah.
Fucking,
just not even like, you know,
they're hubris.
A delay, but just wait until you announce it. Don't announce it for fucking ages.
I mean, the
Get
game...
it, like, almost done.
The games are like over 15 years old now, 16 years old.
Aye,
like, we could wait an extra year.
Right. They came out on the PlayStation too.
Yeah. We
That's
could
3 generations
we could wait a wee while, you know what I mean? Like, there's no rush to play... Like, the only issue is once you say it, there's demand, but like, just don't say it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, wait until you've got a good, solid, proper base, and like even wait until you're like, and obviously there's leaks and stuff like that, but wait until you're majority of the way done, and then be like, oh, by the way, guys, we're working on this.
I'm no programmer or game designer, but those games are way smaller scale than GTA 5.
Aye, massively.
So surely you can do something better than this, especially a company as big as Rockstar, with as much resources as they have. Right, that's enough of GTA negativity. Let's talk about a game we actually did enjoy playing together.
Halo. So that announcement from Microsoft, I was just about to start streaming when it happened with like the Halo launch for the multiplayer. I was like, oh god damn it, I could be playing that right now. But as soon as I went on to what was featuring, everyone was playing it. So I was like, the servers are going to be fucked. So I'm getting I'm not doing
it. Picked a good year because COD is a mess again this year for some reason. No one really gives a fuck about Vanguard.
I didn't really even hear much about it. Like every now and again, because it's Call of Duty. But you know, like the Call of Duties in the past, even in like our wee group chats and stuff like that, we've had conversations like, anyone going to pick this up and stuff like that? We didn't have any of that, and I literally, like, I'd obviously heard about it, but I totally forgot it was coming, and it's just every now and again I'll look through, it was new on Xbox, and then I went down a few like lines, and then it was like Call of Duty, and I was like, oh fuck, I already enough.
That's weird.
Anyway, what's that over
there? Yeah, I didn't even like kind of bother looking at it. I was like, oh yeah, Call of Duty came out.
Also,
scroll.
Battlefield
2042.
2042 came out.
Wait, is that out? Fucking hell.
I think the beta. This is how much I'm not as Battlefield. Like, I know a friend of the podcast, Ross, he's massive into Battlefield.
Yeah, I'm sure he was playing it last night.
Yeah, he was telling me he was getting lost in the portal. The portal's, I think, the one where you can jump between the games.
Yeah.
Like Bad Company and 1942 and all the other ones. And he was interested in Battlefield.
Oh, weird.
I played the beta, and I really didn't like it. I just, like, it kind of just was like, I felt it was a slower COD. And I was like, that's a weird thing.
A more deliberate game, innit?
Yeah, I have
it's got purpose to it.
Yeah, I have played some before and I've enjoyed them. Like Gareth, Jason, and I used to play one of the Battlefields quite a bit, and yeah, it's alright, but it's never a game I would stick around playing.
Yeah, it's not our game though.
Aye, yeah.
Halo is our game. Halo was a game we played when everyone else was playing COD. We played COD as well, but like, it was COD and Halo. We never Battlefielded it.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 probably. Maybe.
Yeah, but like after school, it was always like, right man, see you on Halo tonight.
Yes,
Halo 2 especially.
Now, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna lie.
There was a lot of pain when we were playing that game for the first time.
Oh, we didn't do well. Well, actually, Dom and I were doing quite well.
Yeah, we were
came on, and then I fucking sucked. And then Dom went off, and then I did really well again.
Really strange.
I don't work well in teams of 3.
This podcast is going down then.
It might have had something to do with like the skill-based matchmaking. It just wasn't working out with the 3 of us.
I think we're just on the killers, basically. It felt like that.
Do you know what? It took me a while to get used to the controls again. I have to go back to Halo 3 controls so that melee is B.
Yeah.
Instead of clicking in.
I was dicking about with them as well because like they've got so many different modes now, especially now because they've got like they've integrated PC crossplay too.
Yes, you can. I think you can use a keyboard and mouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the Series X as well, you can do that. Yeah.
Even if you're looking at like your ranked as well, like you can look at your ranked console, ranked keyboard and mouse, ranked crossplay.
Yeah.
It separates them all.
250,000 players, guys, on Steam.
Wow.
Just on Steam.
Just on Steam.
That's fucking crazy.
So like that's the highest any Halo's been.
I can say like that they deserve it this time. They like 343's been 343. I mean, I was very much like against Guardians multiplayer. I fucking hated that.
It was COD. They made Call of Duty.
But yeah, they did, and you could feel the age of it though. It didn't have any sort of style. It didn't have its own unique personality. It just felt like it was Call of Duty, but you were just running about as Spartans. Yeah, and you're like, but right away. I was hooked into it. The music was great. That ODS, that ODST,
really fucking good in this game.
Yeah, it's so fucking like
so atmospheric.
Yeah, the AI functionality, having your own personal AI that talks to you. I went to right away to the annoying one because I just was like, yeah, and he's fucking hilarious.
He's on the same wavelength.
Yeah, this guy gets me.
Do you know what I liked? I felt I was getting better every game I played. Right?
Yes.
I played a little bit today. And I did really well.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of it. You got to get used to the maps, obviously.
Yeah, maps, weapons, all the new stuff. Like there is.
We're very impatient as game players because we're like, we should be good. We should be good at this right now.
Yeah.
But it did take me a while. But today, the only issue is right now it's still a beta. We're playing.
Yes.
It's not the official release. So I don't think all the options are there because I actually just want to play a good bit of team deathmatch.
Yeah, but you can't choose that. You
just that's the only thing.
You basically choose either a big team like a 12v12 or a 4v4.
It's capture the flag a lot of the time. It's kind of you're like, oh fucking hell. But me and you bought the battle pass, Hamish, didn't we?
Yeah.
So you buy your battle pass?
Yeah.
We were mate. I'm going to play this game a lot, so I was like, fuck it, I may as well start now.
It's only like $7.99 or something like that to unlock the battle pass, and I thought we probably will be playing it a fair amount. Not even just like with streaming, but just playing it as well, like for fun.
What has frustrated me, don't know if it's frustrated any of you, is with the other battle pass on Call of Duty, like you always get XP. Your performance would go into XP.
Yeah.
Include and then challenges were extra. In Halo, it's just challenges. So I had 4 challenges, and it was like destroy a warthog, kill someone with a rocket launcher and stuff like that. But I was getting in maps where there was no warthog and there was no rocket launcher.
Yeah.
And like, if you're giving me those challenges, you need to set me up.
Yeah.
You need to put me into these maps.
Yeah. Or they're expecting you to sort of jump between, I think, like big team and this other one, or straight into ranked.
Yeah.
So I did a few ranked matches today, and did pretty well. I was actually surprised. But they're still doing oddball and stuff like that as well in ranked matches. So I was like, okay, are they just fucking flat? And I tried to go to the selection to like deselect them, but they're not letting you do it. It's all greyed out. So I'm like,
so there is a couple of things to that, Hugh. Obviously, like you're saying, we're still in the beta, so you will, I think, in future be like, okay, I need this particular challenge, so I'll need it in this particular game type. You will be able to play that, but it's also because you can get challenge switcher things.
I did. I got one, but like
they're going to want to sell them.
343 have come out and tweeted. They said they've got the feedback, and a lot of people are saying it's a slog.
Yeah,
and it is because you're going to a game and you don't want to win it because you're like, all right, I need to get this challenge done.
Aye.
So
you're also going to get people that are like, they queue for matchmaking. They don't get like I had one where I had to use a specific turret.
Yeah,
and it was only like one map, and then you'll get people that'll go into a matchmaking, finally get into a game.
Quit out,
and I was like, oh fuck, that's the wrong one. So
supposedly they're looking at changing it.
I think
they're going to look at changing it. Even if you just give us like 100 XP a game, or like do what Call of Duty did, where you get, see if you're top of the leaderboard, you get more fucking points.
Even just 10 XP a kill.
Some
5 XP an assist. You know what I mean? Like so that it's not completely useless.
Yeah, exactly. Like 10 games today, and I never went up one level. because I didn't beat any challenges because I was too busy trying to play the game.
Yeah, so we were talking about that as well. We just felt that a lot of people were they're trying to do their challenges and not play the game. Like I had a feeling that was the case with like Oddball today, where the guys kept picking up the ball and dropping it and just waiting for people to come around the corner. And you're like, but then like I got a message from somebody saying, "You just ruined my streak, or you just ruined that fucking." I'm like, oh, it's back! The hate! Right the first couple of games that we played, I was like, this is what I miss about Halo, miss about multiplayer games, was the unique gamer tags and stuff, like Cheesy Mac 65, and
some of the names are hilarious.
Was it Aiden 62? And I'm like, the 62th Aiden's came here, he's just trying to kill us all, and you're like, and then sometimes, you know, the only issue that I really had with the game is like it felt that one person always DC'd. I always felt someone disconnected.
Yeah,
but again,
my games people were leaving as well. But I'm like, if they win a losing team, they just leave.
Yeah. But again, that's like you just get that with Halo. But
we were like back in Halo days. It was like we were on a big team. There was 4 of us. We were doing alright, and then there was like 4 people doing shit.
They're standing, they're doing.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we played. Sorry to interrupt. We played a game of Oddball last night. So it was 4v4s. Hugh and I were the only ones that actually grabbed the ball, and the other 2 guys in the team, they weren't even anywhere near us. They weren't even
running away.
So it was like basically 4v2, and to the point where I got annoyed and I put in the chat to them, I was like, "You two not going to help now?" Like
there's a
raging,
yeah,
because we were like seconds away from winning it, and they just fucking didn't.
We had that clutch capture the flag match.
That was brilliant.
That was such. I mean, I got like achievements and stuff like that because the way that it ended, I shot a grenade out there and it killed the flag carrier and. It just went, this whole these emblems came up. I was like, what the fuck?
Mate, it's amazing. Like today when I sent you that one for me, like we were 2-1 down and I came back to 3-2, and I was like, I have to send this to the boys. I have to tell them how good I did.
I'm proud of this shit.
Because I got in the Banshee, started just running folk over, and I was like, I'm on 10 kills.
Nice.
Yeah. And I've just posted up on the chat as well, just like
I know, I read you.
and I was like, he's talking about that, get the numbers up.
You got to show each other how good we are.
But that's what this is also the first time I've really been using the Xbox the share feature or the record now feature.
Yeah.
Never really used that on my Xbox One S, like at all. Never used it to capture anything. But see how quickly and easy it is just to have that share button right there. And I laughed at that when I seen that at first. Like, who the fuck's going to use that?
Yeah.
This fucking chuckle fuck did.
There's going to be so many wee reels that we make of just fucking either amazing or shite.
Oh, I need to put that one up that I got. Remember I said to you, I came, I was like, watch this, boys. And then I got pure smashed the other bits. I'm like, that'll be a good.
It needs to be polarising. It needs to be really good or really bad. That's all
really
people
bad
are interested in.
Definitely.
But keep an eye on the TikTok and our YouTube.
We are
and
going to play
and
this game a
Instagram.
lot.
So, like, I guess everyone had positive experience with this thing.
Yes. Loved it.
What do you feel? How do you feel about the new power ups and stuff? Like the half bubble shields, I love because, like, see when you're doing you're covering the A, B, and C. What's that called again? Zoning or whatever it's fucking called in this. When you're throwing that down, there's someone that's just trying to edge you out. And I'm like, fuck, they have to jump round, and someone backs in the back of the head.
Yeah, there's a lot of tactics you can use in this. I haven't
Headshots.
used them all. Like, I forget I've got them half the time, and then I'm like, oh shit, I've got the grapple hook.
Or I've got overshield, or I've got.
I've used the invisibility a lot, and it's
invisibility.
Overshield's been a fucking nightmare for a few things. Like I can remember when we were playing last night. I've taken down that guy, and he's got an overshield. I could hear just the venom come from him.
I was like, and I hate doing it because. As soon as as soon as I say it, I'm like, these guys don't want to hear me fucking moaning. Like, but sometimes it's just, you look at it and you're like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's just fucking.
Oh, this is the worst. Why am I playing this game? No, like
the power ups are cool. Have you seen the repulsor thing?
What's that?
It's just like a wee thing you put on your wrist and you just go boom, and it just blasts it away.
I didn't know how to use it, so I just pressed. Like,
it's literally just so like if say like you can let a car drive right up to you.
Yeah.
Right bumper and then it'll go flying away. Like it's literally just a repulsor.
So like they're taking the things that used to be a pain in the arse in like Halo 3, 4 and 5, right? So like if you had a ghost, you were guaranteed to get a good few kills because you would just run people over and stuff like that. So if you've got things that can fuck people up,
things to negate it and that. The weapons, I need to get used to the weapons. Some of them I'm not 100% sure
standard assault rifles is awesome,
but
it
seems
really fucking good.
Yeah, the pistol is really powerful. It seems like there's a lot more focus on headshots and even just getting better guns in general.
Yeah,
it used to be like you could just not worry about the other guns getting a assault rifle. When,
Yeah, I was just
you know,
guy.
as long as you shot the fuck at them and then punched them, you got them.
Timing down.
But now it's like, you know, people are going for these new weapons because they are powerful.
Yeah, because they've basically turned up like the overpower parts of it, because like that's them on the field now, so everyone's like, fuck yeah, let's run and grab them.
Yeah.
Again, communication, like the customization that you have for your Spartans. Like the first thing I did was like, I can have a robotic hand and a robotic leg, and like it doesn't really change anything, it's just aesthetics, you know. But yeah, fucking,
it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, happy with that. Happy with emblems. I'm hoping that with, you know, when it further updates everything, we get all the old emblems from like back in the day, from like the Halo games, we bring them through.
We'll probably end up using them as like, you know, near the end of battle passes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you can unlock this classic one.
Legendary skill on file. Like, my angst.
Everybody wanted it as a real Hybris armor. The Hybris armor.
Yeah.
Did you see what they've got for this? No, it's a samurai one.
Is it? Oh, the.
I can't remember what it's called.
No,
but it's like apparently that's an event.
Yeah, it's an event that's coming up. It's like it's all like a samurai Spartan one. I'm like, I fucking need that now. Why did I look at this now? That's all I want to play.
And like there's even like a shop already, and like we played a couple of matches with people that had clearly bought stuff.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, if
it's free,
it's free. We've technically got the game for free, the multiplayer side of it anyway. So
that's what the battle pass, because I was like, well, I'm going to give them my £8.
I don't mind spending a wee bit of money every now and again for a game that I'm actually putting time into.
Yeah. So again, that's like, you know, I'm happy for folk who do that, because I think that's the right way of doing microtransactions in games. Is like, if you're going to do a service, do it for free. It's worked for Fortnite. Maybe for Halo can be up there now. Because Master Chief's in Fortnite as well.
You can still unlock things in the battle pass. It doesn't actually improve your gameplay.
No,
it's
you still
that's the way to do it.
You still need to get good. Yeah.
You'll probably get this update every week.
Halo update.
Who had the best KD this week?
Because I don't want to talk about it. Obviously not you.
So that's all the games I've played, and a couple of games you've played as well. So Dom, have you played anything different this week?
Still working through Persona 5 Strikers. So that's my kind of relaxing game.
Long ass game?
It feels like it's going to be a long ass game. I was in two minds of saying, like, you know, should you play this game in blind or have played Persona 5? Because what they feel like they've been doing in this game has been reintroducing everybody and what they do. So I was like, oh, maybe you can just come and play this game, kind of like Hyrule Warriors, and like with their new sort of ones they've got out as well, with like Breath of the Wild before it happened there. I'm like, oh, you could play that before playing Breath of the Wild, and it's like, no, it's its own isolated story. So it's Persona 5 Strikers does feel like that it's its own unique story. It just happens one summer in Tokyo. You're like, oh, okay. The mechanics of the game is great, honestly. Like, playing like a Dynasty Warriors game where you can rip out a persona that you have to fight these certain characters and expose their weaknesses to then do your all-out attacks, and it's so much fun. It's so much fun. And so if you want to play it here, you can get obviously download the PS5.
I'm actually going to play Shin Megami Tensei 5 before that.
I think like a lot of people.
You say that, but you can't say literature.
I don't know.
Because he's a weep, that's fine.
I can say Doki Doki.
So I've been playing that. Again, as I said, it's just been like a on and off one. Still playing through Horizon Zero Dawn.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, fuck you, though.
So thrilled.
How far are you in there?
So I've just so I'm about 9-10 hours into it.
You're going to get into the bit where like it starts to become more interesting.
No, again, like you see when you're finding Aloy's mum and stuff like that.
Like,
no.
The
only issue I've said, like the last time I had like issues with like some of the control mechanics. Aloy can't go up certain rocks without a wee bit of yellow. But like, you know, all that aside, I got cheaped out really badly. That I was fighting these two unknown machines that they dug up. And they were just killing machines. They were absolutely like, you know, they would destroy you. And it was like, oh, I've messed about with the radar, so try to go about sneaking it. So I tried sneaking, but every time I headshot someone, I was spotted. I'm like, I'm hiding. How's anyone spotting me? Happened 3 or 4 times. This was all on stream. Happened 3 or 4 times, and then I got killed. I was like, okay, I'm done with this. And then came back, and I had like barely any health, had no arrows, had no material to make arrows. So I was like, I've got no health with no medicine pit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to run and spend about 45 minutes building all my material back up just to go and fight him.
Why is it terrible the game?
It saved a state where when he was like, nothing.
So I was like, this sucks. So when I got an extra level and I came back, I was like, okay, now I've got a chance to defeat these fucking machines. And as soon as I was starting to snipe, it started working. I was like, cool, now it's working. And one of the robots went haywire and hit one of the pillars that had rocks or logs on it, and it killed himself. So one of the two big beasts that I had to go just already killed itself. I don't know, just
nice.
What big beasts were they? What ones?
They were like kind of scorpion-esque things.
Yeah.
There's two of them that were just really overpowered, and fire could only work against them.
Yeah.
And piercing, but one of them just took themselves out, and I was like, I've just spent the last fucking 45 minutes gathering all this material for one of them just to kill himself. But then the wee guy gets discovered and then he just gets knocked out, so he's fucking useless. So he's like, he gets up and goes, ah! And then the other robot guy goes, oh, fuck you then. I'm like, this is...
Mate, that's the big thing that I learned in that game is use the traps.
Yeah.
Like, because I didn't use the traps for ages, and then you get to a fucking guy and you're trying to, like, use bow and arrow, and you're like, no, I need to set him on fire.
Yeah, I need to electrocute him to stun him to then... Yeah. Again, it's like, that's the only gripe that I had the gripe with the controls, and I'm like, you know what, it's still a beautiful looking game.
Forbidden West, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why I'm really just ramping this up, and I'm like, okay, if I can get this finished soon, then I'll be able to play that and hopefully have a much better experience, because with, that's
the sequel's always better, isn't it?
Yeah, like, that's why I'm like, God of War's going to be really good for that too. But yeah, like, otherwise, other games I've been playing, it's just generally just on and off sort of ones as well. Like,
you need to quit FIFA, mate.
I didn't need to quit FIFA, don't I, man? I'm going to download Halo on the PC just to see how that feels. Yeah. Because I was playing Reach.
PC.
Yeah, I was playing Reach and all that on it. Beforehand, I had a lot of fun with that. Me, Jason, and his pal Stephen, we were playing that. But the problem was that, when you're playing the Master Chief Collection, and they're like, oh, let's play this multiplayer game, and you have an extra friend, so there's 3 of us, and it's like, oh, Halo 2 never had that, so it was only just you and Arby. And I was like, oh, I've always thought you could have more than one Arby. You could have like Chief and Arby, and then Chief, Arby.
And not Chief, Arby, and 2 other Spartans.
See, like Halo 3, it spawns you in as Chief and Arby, and I was like, oh my god, this is too complicated for me. But I'm going to have a wee go of that. I've tried to get my brother Kev to download it so he can come on and play with us because of crossplay.
It's on Game Pass, man.
I enjoy Game Pass. Yeah, because he had a lot of fun when he was playing the Series X. He's like, I really want to get one of these, because he sat and played Final Fantasy X. Because again, I've said no manual list, and he just, I'm not even joking, 3 hours just to do the Blitzball game just so he could win.
Mate,
3 hours.
I've been there, man. I've been there with the Blitzball game, right?
He got so angry. Do you know why he got so angry?
Chance. The game is chance. The game's not a skill. It also doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's chance, and he was like, he doesn't remember it being that hard, because he said, I remember watching you and Greeny play that, and you pure blasted through it. And I went, that's because we had the jet shot. And he's like, aye, I've got the jet shot, but these guys, once you beat them, like after you finally beat them on the trophy, they go all the way down to the bottom, and then the game's just a piece of piss, because everyone's, you're way OP, Whack is just like crazy overpowered. But he had a lot of fun. Like, he was, the soundtrack's fucking amazing for that game, and I've not touched it since, because I was like, I like Kev continue playing that, and if he ever wants to, if he's seriously thinking of getting a Series X now because of it, and I'm like, well, I'll keep an eye out for him, and if anything jumps up, I'll give you a wee message.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about the PS5 lower in production because they just can't get materials, so I wouldn't be surprised, because it's the same chip.
But yeah, that's me for this week, man.
Good, man. I was going to say to one of you if you wanted to play It Takes Two.
Yeah, so I've seen that's been getting like it's been getting rave reviews, and it's already been nominated for like Games of the Year and stuff like that. I
was wanting to play that in a way out, but there's 3 of us and there's only 2.
Yeah.
two positions. It's weird. Hamish hasn't spoken in ages. I wonder what he was doing.
I had to pee and then get a drink.
Oh, right.
Did you hear?
Stuff,
before
I heard you say a lot of fun though.
I did. It was a lot of fun, but see before.
That's not mango.
Did you hear this as well? What they were doing with to save the environment and save the planet. I've seen McGowan posted about it. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah. It's like they say to you to shower 3 times a week, up to 8 minutes each at maximum, to stop playing video games.
Fuck.
Buy 3 shirts max per year and 2 pairs of trousers, and only stream 2 hours of media a day. And it's like that's the reason why the environment's fucked, is because of all that.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
it is.
think it is. I think it's mostly the oil and gas companies and the manufacturing companies just burning shit.
Stream 2 hours of media, like
this
how are you
is-
meant to choose 2 hours of all the
this
stuff that's
meme-
out there?
Well, if I have to, now we're going to ask Hamish what he's been up to other than drinking.
Well, I see how you were saying that your hangover time's cut down. Well, mine is. I've had a couple of big events recently, so mine is exponentially increased.
It's actually never ending.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not plateaued.
No, I think I told you last time about going to San Andreas on my
Yes.
uncle's 60th and stuff like that. So there was obviously that. But like we streamed. Oh, we were playing. Was it Halo we were playing? No, it couldn't have been Halo. But the 3 of us and Ross were playing something.
I think it was Halo.
Was it Halo? Yeah.
It was Halo.
Was it
Halo?
really? Aye. Yeah.
Master Chief Collection?
Oh, it was Master Chief. That's why I was like, oh wait, Halo didn't come out yet. But
Yeah.
That's a reflection.
Too many
Yeah.
Halos.
I know.
Like,
Yeah. So like, I mean, that was like technically the first day of my holiday. So I was like, I had a bottle of rum then, and then next day was when I was away. So I was like bottles of rum every night, and then all the other drinks, because it was like 15 adults, and then like my wee nieces and nephews and
Thank
stuff like that. Yeah.
You get that in there, didn't you?
But like, and it was proper hard going drinking. Like we were playing drinking games and stuff like that. And bear in mind, there's like 80-year-olds here, and they're playing as well.
Oh no.
But it opened my eyes to something like where part of my love for alcohol comes from, right? Because we're playing these drinking games, it's just a card game, and then being able to read out and do what it says on the card. You know, you get these ones where it like go around the circle and everyone needs to name like a country, for example, and then the first one to repeat it or
I can't get
fuck it up needs to take a drink, right? And we had like, you know, country, animal, like, we maybe like, because we were all pretty fucked, we maybe got to like halfway around the circle. There was like 15 of us before someone fucked it up, right?
Hey.
And had to take a drink, right? And then the subject got to types of beer. And I swear to God, we went around the room like 4 or 5 times. I was hearing beers I've never heard of, like taking them down quickly, like, I need to try this.
He was like, oh, these new experiences I can have.
Whole new world.
But like, I was so gubbed after it. Like, I had a few days of annual leave left, so I did play a couple of things. I played some Forza Horizon 5. I mean, have you played any of the Horizon
No,
games?
Yeah.
I mean, I fell out racing games in the PS1 era.
Because did they buy the Colin McRae company as well, Forza? Or was that something else?
No, that was EA bought Codemasters.
Codemasters, yeah. Sorry. Like, I played Horizon when it came out on Project?
Cars.
Project?
Codemasters. Anyway.
I did play a bit of it. I really did enjoy it. Because you got to drive around. Is that when you drive around?
4 was the UK.
Yeah, you got Edinburgh and stuff like that. Yeah.
Aye.
Because that was good, because I would end up like going on a car tour with Kev. Like, oh, it's Princess Street, let's go up the castle. Way you could buy the castle as your hub and stuff like that. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
I mean, if you've played anything like that, then it is very much the same type of game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Pretty cars go broom.
Yeah. The game looks lovely on the Series X and stuff like that. Runs perfectly. Even if you're like fast traveling, it's like loading there. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's dead quick. You know what I mean? But it is, again, it's just a Forza game. So, and I'm actually quite far into it because I cheated. There's always cheats in these games. Like, well, I say cheats, they're exploits. Well, there's a couple of things you can do. There's one thing, you can make your own track type thing, or you make your own course, right? And then you can basically put a ramp down. See, in these games, you can always rewind. So
Yeah.
if you're in a race and you fuck something up, you can rewind and then just try it again, right?
Yeah.
And you can basically do like a barrel roll, land, reverse, and then like quit out the menu at the right time and go back in it, and then you'll basically just be like stuck in the air rewinding, and it'll say that you're doing like barrel roll, barrel roll, barrel roll. So your points will go way up, right? And then you get skill points, and then there's this car that you can buy, because you can just buy cars with your credits,
Right.
and then you can unlock like perks on the cars. But this one you only need to spend like a few of these skill points, so you can get 10 of at a time. And you unlock like a super wheel spin, because you get wheel spins for like unlocking cars and money and clothes and all that, but a super one is like 3 different ones. So I just did that hundreds and hundreds of times. So I was getting like millions. Like I bought all the houses in the game and stuff like that. 7 houses. Some of them are like 5 million and stuff like that. I bought them all just from getting loads of money. I've got like some of the absolute best cars. There's a DeLorean in it as well.
Oh, nice.
It was only just meant to be in it a couple of days ago. So like you could see it in the car list.
Right.
But it wouldn't, like if you pressed A on it, and normally it would tell you, or you can buy it here or here. Yeah. And it just told you it'll be available in future. But again, if you went out and into the menu the right way, you could press a button to buy it.
Fuck's sake.
For only like 15,000. But then there's also an auction house, and these people don't know that you're not meant to be able to get DeLorean yet, so they see it, and you put up fucking mega money and just be like, oh, here, you want to buy DeLorean? And I've spent 15,000 on it, and they're spending like 100 grand on it easily.
Fuck's sake, Hamish. You're just like the fucking...
It's just because like...
Mafia of fucking Forza Horizon.
It's just because I know that I'm not going to properly play this game for ages. I'm probably going to be done with it quite soon, because I'm almost at like the Hall of Fame, which is basically doing
Hall of Shame for you.
Hall of Shame, yeah. It's doing like all the events, like in all the areas that you can unlock and stuff like that. I don't play loads of racing games, so I'll be done with it soon anyway. Apart from that, played a bit of Halo. Obviously, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
But I had lots of hangover time to watch stuff.
Ooh.
There was after that. My uncle's 60th, and obviously we had our friend Diane's 30th the other night, and I had a couple of days off after that, and we got pretty drunk then.
Yes, we did.
So I had a couple of days to watch even more stuff. I actually watched all of the BBC show called The Outlaws. It's Stephen Merchant's new show.
Right.
Yeah.
Does a lot of work with Ricky Gervais and stuff like that. And I don't know if you've seen much of Stephen Merchant's stuff. Usually kind of like...
actually.
It's similar to things like the original British Office and stuff like that, the Ricky Gervais show, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's that.
He did everything with My Family as well.
Yeah, I know he's writing. His writing's very. I know the jokes. I know. Like I can tell what a Stephen Merchant joke is now.
Well, he did write this as well with like some other people, and that he created it. But he also stars in it, and it's got like Christopher Walken in it and stuff like that. And I thought
Christopher Walken.
I thought this is just going to be a kind of silly British comedy because it's Stephen Merchant, you know.
Yeah.
I know there is some daft British humour in it, but there's actually like a really complex, well-written, like engaging drama in it as well.
Nice.
And it's like it's basically so the Outlaws. It's 7 people doing like when you. What do you call it? It's like community help. Community service. Yeah. Aye. So they've all got like 100 hours or whatever for various reasons. But you've got people from different backgrounds. You got like Weekend and Nerd.
Right.
Like
you got your stereotypes.
Yeah, you got your stereotypes. You get your lassie nerd. Christopher Walken's like he's like being a kind of hustler, bad to his daughter his whole life and stuff like that. You get like I'm a hustler. Stephen Merchant, who just plays Stephen Merchant and everything. You've got like a socialite who's like, you know, Paris Hilton type and stuff like that. You've got like a guy who's involved with an actual gang and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you've got like left wing activists and right wing, you know, like polar opposite businessmen and stuff like that.
And they all in there for the same as like Stephen Merchant, like the
basically they've all just done different crimes, and you get to know each character and stuff like that. And even like the wee kind of correctional officer lassie that is in charge of them.
Yeah.
You get her backstory as well when you see what she's in there. But it's a pure eclectic mix of people when you get to see all these different views, and it's really superbly written. It's actually really good. It's only like 6 1-hour episodes, so it's not that long. And I think there's going to be another season because it leaves some things like unwrapped. Yeah, but I'd really recommend it.
Nice. I'm gonna maybe try it. I just don't like Stephen Merchant that much.
He's not even in it that much, to be honest. Like I mean, like I say, there is 7 characters. It's mainly about Rani, the nerd lassie, and the the young guy that's involved with like gangs, and she starts helping him and stuff like that, and then she obviously gets kind of sucked into it. But genuinely, like, see, even if you watch first episode, I guarantee you'll want to finish it.
Oh, that's a Hamish guarantee though.
Yeah, because it's, you know, sometimes you watch one episode or something, and you're like,
Yeah.
But honestly, like the camera pans down right to the end, and you're like, oh shit! Like,
Alright, okay, okay, go.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good. What else have I seen? Red Notice. Did you watch that?
I watched the trailer and I was like, oh no, Ryan Reynolds, another Ryan Reynolds movie on Netflix.
I haven't watched it. Is it as good as that last one we watched?
What one was it? Six Underground?
Yeah, Six Underground. The Six Underground.
Yeah,
I mean, it's The Rock, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot.
I could write this film. Like, if you give me 10 minutes, I could probably write this film.
You already know, like, 60% of it, maybe more, because it's Ryan Reynolds playing Ryan Reynolds, which Ryan Reynolds always does.
Yeah.
It's The Rock playing The Rock, which The Rock always does. And it's a heist movie.
It's Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is Gal Gadot the master thief that's beating everybody?
Yep, she's
basically Carmen San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, honestly, see, since that Rick and Morty episode, you son of a bitch, I mean, heist things are just ruined for me. Like, I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool and all, but fucking hell, it's like, it is literally just,
we planned this.
Actually, I did this.
Oh
Actually,
no!
I did this, and I was like, oh no!
I bet when they were watching that episode, they were all going, "Fuck, we just made that movie as well." Fuck, how are we going to save us?
And it's got its usual action movie ridiculousness. Like, The Rock gets like properly hit by a bull, like ran into by a bull, and then just kind of gets up and he's like, "Ah, fuck you, Ryan," and runs off. And it's like, that's not happening at all. I mean, if it's one of those kind of popcorn action movies, you know what I mean? If you want to just turn your brain off and put something on.
Was it better than his last one, the Ryan Reynolds did? Or better than Fall Guy?
Six Underground.
Six Underground was good because
Guy.
what's his face died like in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, what?
Dave Franco. Dave Franco died like so. I was like, yes!
10 out of 10.
Fuck that. I think movie could have ended right there.
Credits.
A better film.
Franco.
Yeah, a better film that I saw though. The Harder They Fall.
What's that one?
So it's like a western. Idris Elba.
I haven't seen
Jonathan
it, no.
Majors. You know the guy. Did you watch all of Loki?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't see it. No.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Loki yet. No.
No. You know the guy at the end.
Yeah. Because like he was
the guy doing the whole timeline thing. Yeah. He's like the protagonist in it. You get like Regina King, Zazie Beetz, you know, from the Deadpool and stuff like that. Really, just really cool. It's actually based on real people, but the story I think's made up.
Yeah,
but it's just a cool western. This is really cool western.
Idris
Elba, yeah, he's like the bad guy in it.
I think it's been a while since you've had a cool western. I think the last one's Django Unchained.
Me and Sinead have been watching The Office with like we're now and like it's at the part now where Idris Elba like takes over, and he's just so cool. Like, and he's just like, I know the effect I have on women. Yeah. You're like, oh, not just women, I just...
See, the thing is, like, I'm on, like, the Office subreddit and stuff like that, and any time that people talk about his character, Charles Minor, they're always saying, like, he's so irritating, he's such a bad boss, and it's because they love Jim and Pam, and, you know, he's, like, pure, not, like, condescending to Jim, but he's, like, you know, a bit of an idiot,
right? Jim's a fanny.
Aye.
Right?
Yeah, like, you know, you can see why, but some people are just blinded by it. But then I was thinking, like, maybe I'm just blinded by Idris Elba because he's fucking awesome. Like,
I know.
Blinded by the fanny.
But Idris Elba, he's just playing a very basic manager.
He is just literally a manager. Like,
I've watched the one day. He goes like, Jim, can I have a rundown of your clients?
Yeah,
and like, I know what that means. Give me a list of your clients.
What they buy, you know, how long they've been with you. Just a summary.
And like, Jim's like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, they're like, why don't you ask me? He's like, it's been hours.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
I actually saw a deleted scene of that the other day, and it's when, like, he actually asks him what rundown is. So he goes into his office, and he's like, yeah, Jim, and he's like, yeah, so that rundown, what is it? And he's like, is this another one of your pranks? And then he's just kind of like, yep. Because he's like, I'm going to look like a fucking idiot. But obviously looking at it outside, you'd be like, just fucking tell him you don't know what it is and find out. But
we're taking The Office too literally. Too serious.
But no, like I think even if you're not a big fan of the Western genre, it's quite a cool film.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix, yeah. I think it's a Netflix original or whatever they call it now.
I'll watch it with Idris in it. You see that he put on his Instagram that he's making the next season of. I was going to say Lucifer.
Lucifer.
I think the last season only had 2 episodes.
Yeah, season 4. Yeah.
Like
Rose Leslie in it as well.
We started watching Lucifer, right? Me and Sinead, we started watching from the beginning. She started having nightmares because like some of the serial killers in it were like so fucking creepy. Like the guys that were like under the bed, or the guy that was in the loft.
Yeah,
I think it's the same guy. But like, he likes hiding.
I thought it was going to be a movie they were making though.
I think it's the next season. I think it's this season.
I remember hearing it was going to be a movie, but either way, more Lucifer's good. I think that's one of the best things he's been in.
More Idris content. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just live stream what he's doing now. I'll watch.
Yeah. And I've also watched something that we were actually slagging the idea of it last time. Home Sweet Home Alone.
Oh,
the new Home Alone film.
Yeah.
Sinead has been asking me to watch it.
So is it as bad as it sounds?
You know what? It's actually okay.
This is a 2-man podcast.
It's genuinely okay.
Genuinely okay.
No, I mean it's like
It's a dumb Christmas film.
Aye, it is a dumb Christmas film. It's like this pure slapstick physical comedy, like the original one was.
Does it have the charm though? The charm of the first Home Alone was the characters, obviously the fucking bad guys.
Yeah.
And Macaulay Culkin, who's pretty fucking believable as a wee annoying kid.
I'll be honest, I didn't like the kid. I didn't like Macaulay Culkin's version. He was just a wee nerd. Like,
that's the point.
I know, but it was
so how is he left home alone at home?
Aye, how didn't he just Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp or use his laptop, his PlayStation?
Because there is like a home. It's basically meant to be Alexa, but it's got like a home thing, but it's like a parental lock on it. It doesn't let him phone.
Okay.
And like someone does phone the police, and this is how you find out it's connected to like the originals. Someone phones the police after the so Ellie Kemper and this guy break into the house to try, and they're basically trying to get this doll that's worth a lot of money, right? That's the premise. That's why they're breaking into the house. It's not to burgle the place or anything like that.
Stephen try to steal something, but
try to steal something. Yeah. Well, the kid steals it from them first.
Oh,
at an open house.
What
so
a heel.
they're trying to get something back.
Yeah.
Right.
But basically they put in the alarm wrong, and then the cop comes up. They got to say Ellie Kemper convinces him that this is our house. Yeah, it's my anniversary, so he didn't remember the alarm. Blah blah blah. But then a call does come through. Like, right, a kid's phoned and said he's home alone. Can you go and check it out? And the cop that gets the call is the same one that went there, and he's like, just ignore that call. So many years ago, my family left my brother Kevin home alone twice. It's a prank call. He does it every year. I went there. It's a McAllister home alarm. So you find out like Kevin McAllister makes alarms now for the houses.
That's so fucking weird.
But that basically is just shoehorned in to try and...
Biff's the guy for Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. I can't remember. I think it is.
Who's the older brother? In
I think it is him, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, but he basically says...
I ignore it.
I'm not going to the house. So that's why there's no cops there.
Okay.
But no, I like it.
Buzz.
Buzz. It might be him. I'm really not sure, but it's... looked kind of like him, yeah.
It looks like you, Hugh.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's not the first time someone said that.
Must be true then.
I think Jason said it to me because this guy's mean, isn't he?
Yeah, he's mean to his little brother.
You're
mean to your little big brother.
It's easy though.
Aye. But no, it's good. I mean, there's some cool cameos in it. It's a lot of Jim Rash, the dean from Community. Like very short bit, you know. But
that was my favourite part of Community for a while. I was waiting to see what he would like dress up as.
Yeah, his next costume. Yeah.
When he was the Peanut, it was the best one.
The Peanut.
Have you seen Aisling B, the Irish comedian? She's
yeah,
like the strongest Irish accent ever. But they're like the family's from London. Is the weirdest part of that film is just seeing like her with an English accent.
Is she in the film?
Yeah, she's the kid's mum.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
she was great in that Paul Rudd thing about depression.
I've not seen that.
No,
Oh, is that the one that he clones himself?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
living with yourself or something.
Yeah. It was about like how you're two people.
I've got that on my Netflix list, but I've not watched it.
Mate, watch it. It's not even that long. It's pretty fucking good.
And Hugh hates Paul Rudd.
I don't hate Paul Rudd.
You said that to me privately.
No.
But no, like, I mean, if
I love Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd's cool. Sexiest man alive this year, apparently. He won that award.
Okay.
And
It was
the
a
world
close.
that
It was
Idris
a.
Elba lives in. Don't fucking believe it.
Yeah, it was a close second for me, man. So it's a shame.
He was the second for you, so who was your first? Or second after you?
You're not even the sexiest Donahue.
You're not even the sexiest man in this room.
That's Kevin.
Kevin's quite sexy, isn't he?
But no, I mean, like, honestly, like, you and Sinead should just watch it. It's getting the mood for Christmas and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're starting to try and get in that mood for Christmas now. I've got a couple of Christmas films downloaded. Die Hards. Rocky's actually a big Christmas film for me. The
Rocky.
first two Rockies anyway, because I set around Christmas. Rocky 4 as well.
Christmas Day.
It's on Christmas Day. The director's cut's coming out for that, by the way.
Yeah, you said last week.
We
Yeah.
were talking about this last time.
Whatever, right? Are you getting any kind of weird Christmas films like that then?
I mean,
Christmas films that aren't actually Christmas films. Like Rocky isn't a Christmas film, but it feels like a Christmas film.
no, I mean, I remember watching things like Edward Scissorhands and Nightmare Before Christmas, like Tim Burton stuff, but they are Christmas films, so...
Gremlins is a Christmas movie as well.
I like Christmas films that are just based around Christmas.
Yeah.
Actually, this year, my Christmas game is going to be Miles Morales when I get it back out of you bastard.
Oh, when's that finish it, mate?
You finished it? Have you not?
No, I played it and finished it.
Oh,
He's
I'm
going
gonna
to stream it at Christmas.
fucking hurry up.
See, for that, I'm not going to.
Just give me it back then.
No, I'm going to eat the disc. I'll be forever on Miles Morales. Merry Christmas
That
to you.
actually reminds me of a news item that I'll bring up later. We're going to talk a lot about Spider-Man.
Well, that's pretty much what I've been...
We can go straight into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or, actually, I'll tell you what I've watched, right? Very quickly. Because you actually might like it. It's game-related.
Okay.
The first one, me and Sinead have been sitting down to watch
Quick enough, go.
High Score Girl. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope.
It's an anime, so Hamish is out.
Hamish, come back.
Set in 1991, there's a guy in an arcade in Japan, and he loves playing Street Fighter 2.
Don't we know?
And like in Japan, the arcades are set up like versus. You don't sit next to each other, just connected machines.
Alright, okay.
So there's this girl that beats him, and it's a whole thing about how it's very convoluted anime story. She's got a shite family, and the only way she can let off steam is play games. And this fucking clueless idiot doesn't realise that like this lassie likes him, and they're playing games together, and he thinks it's just about playing Street Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And like the amazing thing about this is it uses so many old arcade games, and like you see them, it's actually the arcade game that you see.
Yeah.
It's like Street Fighter 2, there's loads of SNK stuff, like World Heroes and fucking King of Fighters and stuff like that. And they talk about when the SNES gets released and the PC Engine was released, like, it was really nice, but there's a really nice story behind it as well. Sinead even liked it, she's not massively into anime.
Yeah.
So that's really fun if you like arcades, and then it breaks down techniques that people used in the arcades.
Oh, right, okay.
Like Guile's got one shelling up. I don't know if you're into fighting games stuff.
No.
Like it's like you shell up, but like it's easy for you to like.
I know Ninja Turtles.
It's easy for them. It's like a block.
No, mate, that's Turtle Power.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, High Score Girl is really good. If you're into games,
So
and anime.
what's really good?
High Score Girl.
They said high school girls are really good.
No, I made it in that one out. Also, you're into Dexter, Hamish.
Mm.
Are you into Dexter, Dom?
Aye.
Big
Dexter,
Dexter
yeah.
fan. I've not started watching it though. I'm going to wait to binge it.
I've watched the first 2 episodes.
How is it so far? Is it good?
It's very good.
Is Deborah in it?
Yes,
Nice.
she is. There's a lot of like. This is filmed better. It's got a bigger budget. It looks like a film.
Alright, okay.
A lot of funny. Like Dexter's unintentionally funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some characters from the past come in.
They play the shit you games that suck ass.
Are they as actual characters or are they like in his head?
No, there's a character from his past comes back.
Okay, cool.
I
I like that.
kind of predicted it. So you could when you see this character, you'll predict who it is.
Alright, okay.
Right? So 2 episodes in, it started pretty quickly, and it looks like it's just going to get better, man. Like,
Is Deborah the voice of his dark passenger?
she is his conscience.
So like he's Harry now?
Almost. She is like,
So I think you find I predicted that. Go back and...
I think everyone predicted
Point-
Go back to
Sure.
episode.
Yeah.
But like, she's like, so if he does anything that goes back to his old life, she's there to fucking guilt him and be you killed me.
You killed me.
So it's really fucking good. Every Sunday there's a new episode, so me and Sinead's going to sit down every Sunday and watch that, because she got me into Dexter. When we first got together, that was our show. I'd hang out at her house and watch Dexter, and that's how we kind of bonded at first.
Aww.
It's weird. She was really into
serial killer.
Really into serial killer. She's still into fucking murder stuff, man. She just watches murder stuff all day long.
Lassies love it, man. Weird. They watch that shit to calm down and go to get a good sleep.
Then you hug you a little bit too tight.
I don't get it, man. She's pure into fucking Michael C. Hall as well, and I was like, he's ugly.
I feel like he's ugly. He's no Idris Elba.
Yeah, man, that's the name of this episode. Other than that, that's all I've watched. I watched a couple of animes, but you're not really interested in talking about them.
No. Skip.
None of them were that.
Alexa, skip.
None of them were actually definingly good either.
Not worth boring me over.
You watched it, Tom?
Just still watching What We Do in the Shadows. Finished off because season 3 is out completely now as well. So that's
I'll be honest, guys. I've been so hungover. I've seen all of that as well.
Right. I've not finished season 2 yet, but it's great. It's so funny. The cameos and stuff like that are great. They was just watched the music episode that they did. Laszlo and I were trying to perform all their hits and stuff. It's like, but we wrote all these songs, and they just list off all these sort of classics, and then they're like, yeah, we wrote Wannabe as well. You're like, but everyone's great. Just looking forward I think we've got one more episode of that, and then we can start season 3. I'm sure you might be watching anything else.
Sorry, see how you're saying that you're watching The Office? Have you seen it all before?
I've seen 3/4 of it. I've seen up until Michael leaves, pretty much.
Just, do you remember seeing? I can't remember his name in it. The energy vampire from What We Do in the Shadows. Do you remember him?
No. Who is he?
He's in The Office. He's just like a worker in the warehouse.
Is he?
But he's like the exact same kind of character.
Oh, right.
Like, he's literally just the same kind of guy.
Is he?
He just comes away with the funniest
energy
shit.
vampire.
Yeah, he is amazing. I fucking love Colin Robinson.
People that call him the energy vampire. I know if you see me pointing it down, but like.
That's interesting.
But no, when you get that far in the show, The Office, you'll see the guy from a TV show, the energy vampire.
You just point. You do the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Like.
There he is.
But yeah, all good.
Got some news.
Hugh, hit me news music.
I need to record that.
The music.
Play it over.
You said that last time.
Stop being so silly.
Silly bitch.
Nickelodeon.
Oh, you brought me back.
Copyright strike.
Some game news. We ordered a GTA and Halo's progression. Do you just know that the next Far Cry is to be a live service game?
Yeah.
And so is the next Assassin's Creed?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just adding this in here. Like, are they just like wanting to like just do everything I hate?
You know what the thing is though? They're going to be live service games, but they're not going to be free.
Yeah.
You still need to buy them and then.
Oh, like
then
Ubisoft is just die now, shouldn't it?
Ubisoft's just Ubisoft, mate. If he's
Oh.
going to be.
Elder Scrolls 6 is exclusive to the Xbox. I don't know why this is news. I thought this was like known. They had to actually come out and say it.
Well, I think it's a lot of people because they announced it before the takeover.
Yeah.
You don't know, but you don't spend $4 billion or whatever they spend on fucking Bethesda and then take the biggest franchise.
I think when we were talking about the news at the time, the Bethesda buyover, we did say like that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because we were, pioneers.
Yeah. I don't. Microsoft are not stupid enough to buy a studio for exclusives and then give away.
And then be like, oh, by the way, here's this mega like. Cause that's gonna. I think that will make a big difference for a lot of people. I mean, how many fucking releases of Skyrim are there? And people are still
It's
playing.
15-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary.
I may actually get into it at one point.
Yeah, but that came out as well.
But people are still playing it. So if if Elder Scrolls 6 comes out only on the Xbox, that will sway a lot of people.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that love Fallout, and Fallout's probably the biggest franchise now, isn't it?
Nope, I still say Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim was a banger. I remember everybody playing it.
Ed more money to make Wolfensteins, right? But better Wolfensteins than that last one.
Wolfenstein's?
Wolfensteiners.
Berensteins? Xbox back compat is getting no more games due to licensing and legal issues.
No more at all?
No more. They just announced the 70, 76, what I say. Last ones, they said that they've exhausted the
ones that they can.
Which I'm not convinced they have, but maybe it's the ones that they care about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of licensed music and stuff that is stopping them getting a lot of these games.
Yeah.
Music industry's a fucking arsehole.
Fucking annoying me, right? They announced Time Splitters 2 and 3 are back compat, so I've got them, the original discs. 3 installs. 2 says it's not back compat.
Yeah, because like I was talking to my friend Ian about Halo today in work in front of Henry, and Henry was saying like, oh, I was the only one on my whole friends list not playing Halo last night. I was playing Time Splitters 2.
Did he buy it? You can buy it off the store. It's just the disc. I don't know if it's
ask him, but
the disc I've got. I might, buy another disc, but like, I don't want to buy the game digitally. It makes no difference, actually, does it?
Not anymore.
Do you know it's actually in Homefront: The Revolution?
Yes, I think we had this discussion.
We did talk about that.
How
Yeah,
crazy is that?
And I think I told you guys about it, and then you were like, "Oh, you should stream that, Hamish." And I was like, "Yeah, we'll do that, sure."
Yeah. I remember that. That was so crazy. That
I think they've done a good job, though. I think they've done a really good job. All these games are getting 4K upscaling and HDR, auto HDR.
Yeah.
So unless that fucks them up, then that's a good thing.
maybe they're just waiting for companies to come to them now, rather than them going out their way to do that. Maybe that's like why they're saying we've exhausted our work.
A lot of companies don't like back compat.
I was going to say like
because they want to remaster and re-release.
Yeah, they'd rather get them. They're not going to get any money from the game being on a backwards compatible.
But they're going to make no money from a franchise that's dead. Maybe they could be like, oh, we don't know about maybe doing this game. See if we release it backwards compatible, and then go, oh, by the way, we're going to do this as a remaster. Like,
I think there's
or the next one's coming out.
There's going to be a Time Splitters remaster eventually. Because
well, it's already been confirmed for like 2023.
The new one.
Yeah.
The Time Splitters Rewind.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Because it was supposed to be out 2021. So 2021, but then
that was you getting
Rickety Rewind. Is that David? No,
that's
Craig
David. David Craig. David Craig.
So are there any games that you have looked and want to play?
So there's a few that I've seen got posted, but the biggest one a lot of people were clamouring over was, for some reason, Sonic Unleashed.
Oh, 60 frames, mate?
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I thought people hated this fucking game.
Broke, though. I think the game's broke.
So that's the reason why like, a lot of people are happy with it, because it broke down because the frames couldn't keep up. They couldn't keep up with the frame rate for it.
Sonic is very.
No, but
60
very,
frames.
this is very, very
fast.
Very. But it's the werewolf section that supposedly suffered a lot from it. So you weren't running fast. You were actually just really slow and stretchy.
Right.
So it was now that's
Sonic Unleashed now.
See, because now it works. So a lot of people saying that was the issue with the game. A lot of people had with it. It just couldn't keep up with the frame rate.
It was ahead of its time, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Sonic Unleashed.
Was there anything that jumped out to you?
Time Splitters 2.
Yeah,
obviously.
I fucking love Time Splitters, man.
Nier is now. No, just Nier.
Oh, the first Nier. Ooh.
I quite like to play Far.
Wherever.
Fuck you, Hamish. That was good.
Fear is also on it, Enchanted Arms and stuff like that. Like, a load of 360 games I never got around to, which is now easy to play. I could have played them on my 360.
Yeah, of course.
But 4K HDR, man.
Aye, and the convenience of not having to set up your 360.
Aye, like, and I just want to...
Just put it on the cube. Just put it on the cube.
The chimney. My wee chimney.
Chimney.
But hopefully it's not the end of back compat.
I don't think it is. I think, for them to do that, I think publishers are going to look at that and see, that's me just being optimistic about it.
Yeah.
And I do think that would be beneficial for a lot of companies that are,
to bring back franchises.
Yeah.
Like that THQ Nordic's bringing back tons of franchises. They brought back Destroy All Humans.
Yeah.
What's the other one they brought back? Wasn't it Psychonauts is this Double Fine?
Double Fine.
They brought back Re-Reckoning. Kingdom of Amalur.
Yeah, they did
that. Kingdom of Amalur.
Did THQ Nordic do the Def Jam games? Because that's been rumoured for a while.
Loads of old licenses. They also bought Time Splitters.
Yeah. See, I'm thinking that they did that, and they've been talking about getting a new Def Jam game as well. And I'm like, if they did that, see if they did backwards compatible for a lot of their older games for it. Again, licensing and music.
Ridiculous, man.
So fucking fun.
You just batter people.
I would go Ludicrous.
They were great though, man. I would Busta Rhymes, mate.
I don't know, Ludicrous, because see when you the icon, see when you push people, when it was Get Back played, so it's Get Back, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Sorry, it's a big segue.
Saints Row the new one has been delayed from February to August 2022.
Yeah, so again, they did say it was like it's not cutting cutting content. Sorry, it's just due to COVID and stuff, which is not too bad.
I'm looking forward to that game though. It looks fun.
Yeah,
it looks
totally
fun.
different.
It's a trailer.
Yeah, it looks very different from Saints Row.
Well, they're now on the 5th one.
Aye.
So I know that this is going to cause issues later in the fucking life when you're like, I want to play Saints Row. Oh, which one?
Yeah. Have you played any of them?
I played 2 for a bit.
I
even like 3 and 4 is completely different.
Yeah,
they had to though.
Back at the Hell and stuff like
to
that.
the
1 and
GTA
2,
formula.
1 and 2 was like basically still trying to be kind of a
GTA.
silly GTA,
yeah.
and then it just got its own legs and just fucking
ran
ran away. Yeah.
about with dildos and shit and beat shit. It was, then you could fly and then aliens invaded you with the president. Oh, it was fucking
Yeah,
great.
it was a bit mental. But
Fucking loved the Aerosmith
Still-
part though. It was, I don't know about that game, French Kiss.
there's still a lot of
Chef's kiss. Shit.
Oh, not French Kiss, sorry. Chef's Kiss. French Kiss is a wee bit. Oh, damn it. What am I we do to all those chefs?
Right, the next segment is going to be called Marvel News because it's
that much.
fucking
Yes, its own segment.
aye. So
Marvel News.
Hamish, you're not going to be happy about this.
I'm going to be happy.
Marvel has been leaked that Marvel are casting the new Daredevil.
Oh, really?
Aye.
That's shit.
It's been leaked
I've
on
heard
Twitter,
it was
so-
getting rebooted, but
Yeah,
actually, like with it not Charlie Cox,
Yeah.
that's fucking shit, man.
Nah.
You never know, they might go back on it. You may audition and get it. It's like,
Yeah.
you got any experience?
Comes in costume.
That's sad though. I was thinking about watching the first season of Daredevil because it was fucking phenomenal.
Honestly, like, I mean, the second season was a wee bit weak, but 1 and 3 were incredible, man.
I think it got weak when they tried to create that Avengers style Defenders storyline.
I mean, the actual Defenders show wasn't great. They took too long to actually like work together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
I haven't
other
watched
discussion.
Iron Fist either.
No, I did. I've probably watched 2 episodes.
Or
I'm
Luke
like,
Cage.
Luke Cage was
Luke
fine.
Cage is brilliant.
Luke Cage was
Really
good. Luke Cage was fine.
Yeah,
I like that.
Right.
Jessica Jones was good. I like
Those
Jessica Jones.
shows don't exist anymore, Hamish. Echo's getting her own series, which is Maya Lopez. It's a Hawkeye thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think it's maybe from when he was Ronin.
Yeah. Okay.
And he
that's-
killed a load of people.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. I'm like, Echo the dolphin. That's what, honestly, I went to. I was like,
My boy Echo's getting a fucking show.
he's got a Marvel show. I didn't know he's part of canon to that.
Agatha's getting her own series as well.
Yeah.
The Harkness, yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to be before WandaVision or after it because
It'll probably be after, because I think like one of the last things that she said was "You've not seen the last of me" or something like that, like
And then
alluding to
before she
It's
got
Marvel,
to
mate.
yeah.
We've not seen the last of any of these
Aye.
characters.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Or have you?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
That led into something I
What?
can't go into yet. Marvel Zombies is getting its own series as well.
I Am Groot is getting one as well.
I am Groot's getting
There was a
one.
few, wasn't there?
Moon Knight is another one.
I've seen the Moon Knight thing.
We knew about Moon Knight. We talked about that last time.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows.
She-Hulk.
But there was another one that was on
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. Yeah.
There's been
that one as well.
leaks of that, and that was incredible. I'm all for it. Give me She-Hulk. Give me super green lawyer. Solve those cases.
The thing I was talking about earlier with the last you've seen of this character is Tom Holland thinks this is the end for his Spider-Man.
He thinks it's the end, or he wants it to be the end.
His quote pretty much said that.
Oh, Spider-Man freshman year. That's another one that's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the animated series. I've got
Spider-Man.
that written down. The origin story, the
Yeah.
animated origin story of this Spider-Man. He's like, this is probably the best they can go on to Miles Morales now and create a Miles Morales film. Good.
Because
I don't think he actually probably likes being Spider-Man anymore.
well, no. See, when it comes to it, I do think that Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man Peter Parker, but not the best Spider-Man or Peter Parker. But he's the best at being
Both.
okay, both
Right,
of them.
yeah, I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? It's hard to, because I always thought Tobey Maguire was the best Peter Parker. He got that geekiness down.
That big dumbness.
Yeah, but he was not a very good Spider-Man. I was like, he's very just campy, cheesy, alright.
Yeah.
Garfield.
Garfield?
Yeah.
Fucking terrible Peter Parker. I was like, this guy, he's too cool.
He was too
He's too
smart.
pretty.
He was too
But
smart.
he was a good Spider-Man.
He was a fucking great
He had
Spider-Man.
quips like Spider-Man always does. I actually watched Amazing Spider-Man 2 again recently,
Uh-huh.
and I was going to say, like, even before we watched that trailer, I was going to say, like, I can't wait for Jamie Foxx to come back because he fucking killed it.
He was
Like,
fucking great as Electro.
He nailed it, man. He really.
The
really
intro,
did
he was
well.
a bit the start. Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, like, so again, like, I think he's the best amalgamation of both of them. I think, like, as Peter and Spider-Man. But the problem is that he didn't hold a candle to either Maguire or Garfield.
Yeah, he was a jack of all trades, master, and
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He was great, but
either, but
I think
he was
great
great in the
other films, though.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
already
that's
done
the
Uncharted and stuff like that as well, you know. So
that doesn't make any sense to me.
yeah,
How is Tom Holland, who is still looks like a little boy, anywhere near Nathan Drake?
don't know. Has Nathan Drake got like charges against him or something? If he's against little boys.
You know what I mean? He's too young, too boyish.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No, I think it's like I think any fan.
Yeah, because Marky Mark doesn't look like fucking Sully either. I was pissed off at that. I was like, get some grey on you and grow that goddamn mustache, you son of a bitch. Sorry.
Any fan though, like they'll watch someone like Tom Holland
Yeah.
being Spider-Man and they'll think, oh, that must be so cool being Spider-Man. But it's obviously different for them, you know, filming for like the majority of a year and doing 3 movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I think he's done the most appearances of a Spider-Man as well. So you got to remember all the Avengers movies and any cameos and stuff like that.
That's a good point.
He's done quite a lot.
I could say something controversial, right?
Oh, here we
I
go.
don't really like the Spider-Man films. I think Spider-Man works better on his own, and I think these films have too many characters in them. And we're going to talk about the trailer,
But that doesn't really make sense because your favourite was Miles Morales and there's like 5 Spider-Man in that.
Hi, Spider-Man. Not Doctor Strange, not Iron Man, not I mean, like, Spider-Man works for me. Spider-Man works best in a Spider-Man universe.
Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Someone should copyright that.
Okay, someone should do it quickly.
I think bringing in, like, Spider-Man works best when he's up against it, doesn't he? Like, Spider-Man is a tragic character. He's, you know, that's the point of the quips.
Yeah.
He's tragic, but he's still kind of there, joyful.
I mean,
With
obviously,
great power comes great responsibility.
yeah, and like before he's even like kind of rich and stuff like that, and like a great inventor, he's poor and his girlfriend dies and his other one leaves him and his uncle dies, but he's still a hero and stuff like that.
How in a world that has Thor and Iron Man and Captain America, the Spider-Man matter? If they're in the films and stuff like that, I know Spider-Man's got his own stuff. And
he just covers
stuff like. I think like it drags him too much. It takes away from him. This is why the trailer was released this week. It's got too much in it. I think it's just. And like I could be completely wrong.
I think you are.
Usually are.
How many enemies did we see?
So there,
6.
Well,
is it mostly a sinister bunch of them?
Well, to be fair, like we saw Sandman, Green Goblin. We saw Dr. Octopus, but then it looked like he was working with them.
Yeah,
so
it looked like he was like, wait, you're not Peter Parker.
We saw Electro.
Yeah. You
got
a Goblin. You got a Goblin.
It looked like there was James Franco's Goblin and Willem Dafoe's Goblin.
Yeah, together.
Yeah, because the one that came through looked like a different face.
Yeah, it looked like it was.
Was it James Franco or was it?
I don't know if it's James Franco, but it might be Hobgoblins.
No, I mean, remember there was a Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe him. What's his name? Dane DeHaan?
Yeah.
I like Dane DeHaan, just not in that film.
Yeah.
So, do you like the idea that it's just like Peter, like these Spider-Man kills, whether you like it or not? Because then I sort of, like, as soon as they said that, I was like, holy shit, Spider-Man, like, all the villains fucking die in the movies. And so I was like, no, because Goblin got stabbed, and this is Tobey Maguire, killed himself, and then second one,
killed himself.
Yep. Third one, Venom dies.
Yeah,
James Franco dies. Simon is the only one who goes, peace out, and he's sort of...
Simon's like, I am sanding the fuck out here.
So I'm like, okay, he's kind of yeeted himself out, and then the Amazing Spider-Man one, like, who was the villain in that? Lizard?
Lizard dies.
Yeah,
Does
second one. I'm sure he dies. Because all the lizards go, rah, then he's the top
he doesn't die because they go up to the tower and then they disperse the antidote. So he turns back and then the Dr. Connors gets put in an asylum or something like that.
I thought he said life's not worth living and goes, ah.
No, I think
and then the police officer,
he tries to infect everyone to Lizard.
Aye, but he still, like, someone dies because he was like, aye, so Aye, what's her
the
face?
police chief dies.
Aye, and then
in the second one, like Gwen's dad dies, and then the second one, Gwen dies.
Which I still wasn't too happy with. I was like, I didn't think Gwen should have died in that movie. But yeah, did Jamie Foxx die?
He kind of like
Exploded?
just turns into electricity.
I
And
don't
disappears.
I
but
don't think Electro dies that way.
No.
It's just part of his powers, isn't it?
I think he just literally just couldn't.
I'm part of the internet now.
I could be remembering wrong, but
Yeah. But he looks a lot better. He looks more like Electro. Like,
he looks
in
good,
this
man.
one.
Yeah. But it's also going to be interesting seeing. But Doctor Strange fighting Spider-Man, but then you're like, Doctor Strange could just fucking click him out of existence.
This is what
almost,
I'm talking
you know
about.
what I mean?
In a world where Doctor Strange can fucking fold a city in half.
Aye.
What's that guy that shoots webs?
I suppose, obviously, because he probably doesn't want to actually kill Spider-Man, and that's why they're like, oh, it's an evenish fight. But
Yeah, but you got to remember that as well. At the same time, it's like both of them fucked this up. It looks like he's done really like, it's your fault, Spider-Man. He's like, but I'm Peter Parker now, and he's like, oh shit, fuck.
what I don't get is as well, like,
it looks convoluted to me.
yeah,
But J. Jonah Jameson's in it as well. He's like Spider-Man,
definitely. But like in the trailer, and they're like, oh, remember that spell that we used to make everyone forget that you were Spider-Man? Oh, we're never getting visitors. I was like, how the fuck is that? Like, everyone's forgetting that you're Spider-Man, so these other realities
Magic,
have opened
mate.
up.
Magic.
It's like, how are you going to actually explain that where it's decent? You know what I mean? Like,
a wizard did it.
yeah,
They've got a hard job convincing me that these Spider-Man films are actually, because I didn't like the other ones that much. They're just
That's another point. Is Vulture going to be in it? Is Scorpion going to be in it?
Mm-hmm.
The
Rhino going to be in it?
yeah, actually that's true.
Is Rhino going to be in it?
The Rhino, the mechanized Rhino.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing if mechanized Rhino was that.
Yeah, think about that. Sinister Six. Have that.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Hello, Peter.
We will see. That's the thing.
I'm just saying this is a rocky road for Marvel. Eternals didn't get great reviews.
I like
I
rocky
haven't
road
seen
still.
it yet. Shang-Chi, I've not seen.
I started watching Shang-Chi, but it was after we were at Diane's 30th, so I was pretty drunk and
That
I
night?
fell asleep. Aye.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I know.
Hamish is like, I thought there were 20 rings. So fucking...
And Doctor Strange 2 has been delayed with extensive reshoots.
So I wonder what the reshoots are. Maybe they.
Sam Raimi took over, by the way.
Yeah, I did read about that, but maybe there was just because they had a lot of like 9/11 propaganda or something. They had to go, alright, we're going to have to take it out.
Oh, you mean 9/11 propaganda? You mean like in the original Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Trailer?
yeah. I think it'll be something. It'll be something.
Propaganda.
There'll be something that they. It'll be some.
You mean Twin Towers iconography?
Yeah, maybe it's something like that. I don't know. No, but
Can I
I'm
say
honestly
iconography?
what
I
I'm
can't
thinking.
say litigious.
You just did.
I don't know. Took a lot of my focus.
What I'm thinking is like if it's reshoots, it's probably something that has happened, or like there's
Probably
something
something that has happened, might happen, or will happen.
That's the thing. I wrote down
Which you
this with a
predicted.
myriad of excuses. Like there's 50 people have come out and said a different thing. Oh, it's not that much. Oh, it's like a whole new film. Oh, it's because the other film's getting rewritten, so it has to like the continuity.
Yeah, match.
Yeah.
If Raimi's doing it,
There's
it'll
no
be a
point really-
goofy mess anyway.
There's no point really looking at that because that could be interpreted so many ways. Someone could say it's like extensive, meaning like it could be one scene, but someone's saying yes instead of no. You know, they could call that extensive.
It's just
It has
CG
like-
like fucking
just saying, like,
Henry Cavill. Yeah.
Henry Cavill wants to come back as Spider-Man. Didn't he get
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man?
Superman.
Superman.
Did he get announced as Captain Britain?
Yes,
No, he
he's been
wants to be-
talked.
he
Oh,
wants
he
to be
wants to be
Captain
Captain
Britain.
Can he do that legally?
Yeah,
I did.
of
Yeah,
course he
legally, can he be like, I can do that for DC? Have I got something written down in my contract? I can't do it
because there's been
with Warner's and
crossovers
stuff.
before, isn't it?
Not recently.
Nah, there's been plenty.
Chris
of actors
Evans is the
that-
only character I can think really like actor that's managed to do something like
No,
that.
I'm
But that
sure
was
there's
back in
been
the day,
other
wasn't it?
ones.
Nah, I mean if everything is negotiable, even if it says in his contract, no, you can't do this. Then
You're like, come on, I'm Chris Evans,
They
bitch.
just gonna be like, oh well, here's 20 million. Now we can do it, right? And then it'll be like, yeah, cool.
God, it's like football transfers all over again, isn't it?
Basically, yeah.
And Black Panther 2 has been delayed because Letitia Wright got injured. Like,
Shuri.
So
How did that happen?
there's a lot riding on that film as well. Can she keep up like the franchise?
Notice that they've said that they're never going to recast Chadwick as well.
That's good. Then.
He will eventually.
They say that he's never going to be, at least not in this kind of universe anyway. But they're going to have to eventually. But
Yeah, I have to continue the stories because like Black Panther is a big deal. You know.
yeah.
I mean, like
big hitter and
yeah, I liked the soundtrack and stuff. I wasn't too keen on the movie, but then I think it was just because I think I even said that to you guys. I was
Ben
like,
Affleck.
Batfleck.
He
What?
played Daredevil and Batman.
Yeah.
Aye, but not at the same time. That's the point I was
Ben
making.
Mendelsohn
What?
played the bad guy in The Dark Knight Rises and the Skrull in Captain Marvel.
No,
I put the Dark Knight Rises and the Skrulls are like complete. I'm saying at the same time. Will you open your wee ears and listen to me? But aye, Black Panther again. Like I think I was again exhausted by Marvel stuff, so I could maybe watch it again and be like enjoy it a bit better.
I loved Michael B. Jordan in that.
He was
Killmonger.
great. Killmonger was brilliant
because
because he was great seeing the What If series as well. Hugh didn't watch, which was still fucking bizarre. Like I was saying,
I did
Michael.
watch that one.
You did watch that one?
No, I didn't.
See, like I was like fucking.
Christian Bale's going to be in the next Thor film,
Yeah,
and he was Batman.
he's a bad guy in it. Isn't he?
Was Batman right? You understand what I'm saying?
I don't think Henry Cavill is actually Superman anymore.
So he's not Superman. So okay.
I don't think it says anywhere that he is Superman.
But
I think
did you not just say that he came back as
he wants to be Superman still,
So he
he
wants
wants
to be.
Captain Britain?
and he wants to be Superman.
So right, that okay. So
And he
that's
wants
when
to
it's
be Geralt.
interesting.
So he wants to be
I can get it, yeah. Cost a twine to him, man. Jesus.
and Master Chief,
Yeah.
and James Bond.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Do you know what?
Henry
I
does
would-
actually want to be James Bond. doesn't he?
Yeah.
Who James better? Henry Cavill or Idris Elba?
As an actor,
Oh,
like a pure acting
as
chops.
a man.
Yeah, this is getting a lot.
I'd still say Idris both ways.
I don't know.
He's definitely a better actor. 100%.
I think, but then Henry Cavill at least lets you play PC games. So
Yeah.
he's
I
a
once
gamer.
watched a 19-minute video of him
You could
Building a PC.
with a tank top on.
you could just geek out with him, couldn't you? Yeah.
Hugh was like the direction wouldn't go down.
You could do that, like, you want to go home and play games, Idris, and you'll be like, that's a bit lame, innit?
Get out of my house.
Fucking loser. And you're like, oh no, Idris, no.
So, do you want to read this book called The Watchtower? Don't you dare bring it up again.
That was such bad decisions with that, man. They just went, here, see these 10 books.
You mean the Dark Tower?
The Dark Tower. See these
Did I
10,
say
10 or 12
Watchtower?
books or what it is. Do you want to, like, just take a few names for it and make a different film? Like,
But if he wants to do that, like Captain Britain would be great.
he almost ruined Matthew McConaughey's
Renaissance.
Matthew McConaughey's Renaissance. Oh my
Oh
god, man. I'm
Alright.
Matthew McConaughey's Renaissance, and that's getting clipped back into that sentence.
Oh, Renaissance.
Fuck you guys. Right, I think that's us for this week. We don't have anything else to talk about that we care about. I mean, there's tons for us we could
I've
talk
got
about.
loads to talk about, yeah, but I'm going to put a wee muzzle on it.
Ah, it's because he's drank all the whiskey now.
No, there's still half a bottle, mate.
Of the second bottle.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it is the second bottle, yeah.
And multiple bottles of whiskey.
And I can still speak better than you.
That's true.
Any use planning on streaming?
This week, I'll be still finishing off.
Me and Hamish look that dumb.
Yeah, just look at me. Just look at me, boys, right here. That's what you do. We're continuing Horizon. Hopefully, we may be able to jump on and do some Halo.
Yeah, we'll
That'll
shoot some
be.
Halo. I
Some
want
fun.
to actually finish Back 4 Blood. I want to finish the story.
Yeah, we might as well. I actually, like, I don't think I told you this, but
Fuck you. You're going to tell me you finished the story, aren't you?
I never finished it. I'm on the last level and it's so fucking difficult.
Oh, you need the boys' help?
Aye, basically.
Yeah.
Boys are back,
I
boys.
played with randoms and people are just shite, man. People are fucking awful, honest to God.
There's some guy sitting somewhere going, I was playing with this guy, man.
No, I was the one, like you had to break the... never mind, right? I was doing fine, right? They all fucking sucked. I might try and stream.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
Do
going
you
to be
want to
more
stream
Far
sober
Cry.
this time? Or?
Nah, definitely not.
What do you think of the stream, sorry?
No, I'm saying I don't know if I want to do more Far Cry because I like playing everything in those games, but that's not that exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll think about
Play
it.
Doki Doki Literature Club Plus.
Did you do the club?
Aye, people know what I was saying.
Yeah.
Doki doki.
We can also all take turns streaming some Halo and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Some of us could stream.
Just keep a wee eye on the
Some of
twitch.tv/patches
us-
and gaming. Turn those post notifications on Instagram, that kind of thing. You know, keep you up to date.
Hey, Dom will stream this week. Me and Hamish will figure it out. It's a bye from Dom
Bye, everybody.
and a bye from Hamish.
Bye everyone. Thank you for listening. See you next time.
He fucking elongates that every week, man. Bye,
Elongate
everyone.
my foot up your ass here.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
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 Bye.
Bye.
And done.